But the good thing is they can borrow whatever they want.
Exactly.
Right?
I was absolutely psyched when they went off and they brought Thrawn on to
Rebels.
To Rebels.
Yes.
I'm really hoping for a Mara Jade. I mean,
everybody is, and I wouldn't doubt that. I think they're saving it. But yeah, everyone that loves that. That's the other character from that series that everyone loves.
I mean, come on. I mean, if it turns out that Mara Jade is Rey's mom, Luke's dad, I would be just over the freaking hill, over the moon, man.
That's interesting. I don't know.
I mean, I highly doubt that's going to be the case, but I mean, honestly, that would be pretty epic, especially considering that in the books, Mara Jade was killed by Luke's nephew Jason, and so they could always have,
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, but it does. But according to the timeline, it doesn't really make sense. So,
but then and we actually had Pablo on our podcast when he was here for C4, and we asked him that about that, and he did say it's still there. It's not like we've deleted all that stuff from existence. But they needed to clean things up because now going forward, everything they do is canon. So everything they've produced since 2015, since The Force Awakens, since just before The Force Awakens came out, is canon. So all of the books are part of the storyline, all of the comic books as well, and Rebels, and the only thing that isn't is I think Lego Star Wars doesn't count.
Yeah,
because it's just like
it's fun to play, but it's not.
Well, not just even the cartoons, because there's a bunch of Lego Star Wars cartoons. So those are the kind of things that they don't care about, but certainly. They did it to kind of just streamline things, and because Disney wanted to have a fully thing going forward. What else?
I'll let you go to the next question.
I haven't. If you could be any superhero, what would you be?
I gotta get an answer for this. I gotta get an answer for this. Okay, so back in the day when I was younger, I used to love a series called The New Warriors. Are you familiar with that one? The New Warriors, and in The New Warriors was a superhero called Speedball. Speedball, his name, Robbie Baldwin, I believe his real name was. And he actually started off as a intern at Damage Control. This is going way back to like the 90s. Anyway, his power was just a bounce. Like he basically jumps off of something. It was kinetic energy. He was blasted by a ray or something like they usually are, and basically he could just bounce off everything. Like he could just and go all over the place. So he was called Speedball. What happened in that series and New Warriors was a great series because it had Nova. Namorita, who's like Namor's cousin. Who else was in that one? Firestar was in it for a while. So they had this kind of cool team, and Speedball started developing his powers in a way that was really cool. Like he was pretty much invulnerable. You couldn't kill him. You couldn't even hit him in his thing. So I would like to do that. I would like to be the guy who just bounces all over the place and he could redirect his kinetic energy. Like he actually punched the thing and went bam, and the thing went flying. Like he could do that with that power. So I think it's pretty cool. I would have a lot of fun with that.
I think that would be a very unique power.
It is. That's why I love the character. And I tell you this, I don't know if you guys watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at all?
I do.
Okay.
I haven't. I've missed the last several episodes. They're on my PVR at the moment.
Yeah. This season's a bit weird. I would say the Ghost Rider stuff is a bit weird. But last season there was a passing reference to Damage Control. And I kind of went squee a little bit because I would love to see a Damage Control movie or TV series or something. That was one where it's the company that cleans up after whenever the superheroes fight and they wreck everything.
Okay.
They come in and clean things up. That's their job.
So all right.
So basically, that's what I think it was. Daisy said that in it. She's like, "Well, now we just wait, and Damage Control comes in and cleans up." And I'm like, "Whoa, that'd be pretty cool. Like if they did that, that would be awesome." I think they were working on it, but it didn't go through. It didn't go through as a series. So, yeah,
that would actually be entertaining.
It would.
I think I only have one really more question to go. In theme with our last episode, what actually made you become a geek, or what first inspired you for all?
And I said this in the video that you referred to in the Fanquest video, the first one. When I was 4, my parents took me to see Empire Strikes Back. I was 4. Okay, you've got a 3-year-old.
I have a 3-year-old.
Would you, your 3-year-old? Do you think that they would sit through Empire Strikes Back?
No, my son would not.
It's kind of a slow. When you, I know it's everybody's favorite Star Wars, not mine. My favorite is Jedi, but it kind of gets a bit slow during the Dagobah stuff. Anyway, they took me to see it, and I was like, and I loved it. Of course, everybody this is 1980, so everybody was going crazy for Star Wars, and that was the start of it. And then they also took me to see The Wrath of Khan in the theater, whenever that came out, a year later or something like that. And I just started loving. That was science fiction. That was the thing. So spaceships, robots, lasers, all the fun science fiction stuff. I started reading comic books. My uncle is a comic book artist, so he got me. He used to just give me comic books all the time, and so that kind of like he gave me. I think it was I was 14. He gave me Watchmen for Christmas.
Wow!
So I'm like, and it's a little more. Well, I think I could handle it at 14, but it was like that was like wow. That was just it blew my mind, that comic book. So it was, I guess my parents and my family just kind of nurtured this. And the funny thing is, I remember asking my mom years later, why, like, my parents don't like that stuff. They don't like science fiction. They don't like, I'm like, how come you brought me these movies? She's like, we just thought you'd like it. You know, we didn't really care. It was like, okay. And I think when something like Star Wars comes out, you just go because it's Star Wars, right? So then that was what they did, and that's where it started for me.
That's sort of the same thing with me. My parents tried to take me to, or introduce me to a lot of stuff like that. They took me to see E.T. when I was, I think, 5 or 6.
Yeah.
I was absolutely terrified of the corn scene at the beginning of it, and I had actually asked my parents repeatedly, I want to go home.
I had nightmares after E.T.
My mother said that her biggest regret was that they didn't just take me out, right? You know, she says, I wish you'd taken it out because I was terrified of E.T.
I was too, absolutely. I had what was his face? I could see his face in my head, like. But I guess my dreams kind of twisted it a bit. Yeah. So like I guess you look at E.T. now and he looks nice and friendly, but he's kind of a slimy looking alien.
He is. I remember we went trick or treating that year, and I went up to a house, and a guy dressed up as E.T. and I freaked out, and I ran down to my dad and says, "I'm not going to that house." And you know, I mean, I still get teased by this because I went off and told my wife this. She still brings up the fact that
my wife
says, you know. You want to watch E.T.? I know you're scared of this. Says, honey, I was 4 or 5 years old when the movie came out.
Yeah.
But, it's something she went off and shared with my cousins and everything. It's like, hello, I was a little kid at the time.
Yeah. Come on, give me a break. Yeah, no, that's hilarious. It was kind of scary for me as well. But I did, again, that's another one my parents took me to that I loved, even though he was scary.
Okay. We could probably go on and on and on about this, but I mean, we have to kind of wrap things up here.
Okay.
So I want to thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. This is awesome.
And so, I mean, we want to give you a couple of moments, to go off and to plug Fanquest in particular. Where can we find out more information about Fanquest?
Yeah. Well, you can go to fanquestcon.com. I know it's a little bit of a mouthful, but I tell you, fanquest.com was like $5,000 for the URL. So we're not going there yet. So we're not quite that in the black to do that one. So fanquestcon.com, or just look for FanQuestCon on. It's all the same on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and or just go to Kickstarter and search FanQuest. Those are the 3 main. But everything kind of points back to our Kickstarter page. That's the main focus right now. And like I said, everything, like, we want basically all kind of the financial stuff to go through Kickstarter. We really need to make our goal. We're confident we're going to make our goal. We're at 20% right now. We had a big push yesterday after the venue was announced. I think that's when people kind of realize that we're for sure happening. Before that, it's a little kind of nebulous. They don't know what's going on. But what else? FanQuestCon. And basically, if you're interested in this stuff, I really encourage people to just to pick up a ticket, even $15, even a day pass. Check it out. Come check us out. Have a fun time. Come visit you guys at your table. I'm sure you guys are going to have a blast as well, and I can't wait to see you there.
Yeah.
It's definitely something we're looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. We're already, contemplating, getting some new shirts and some stuff, specifically for the show. So, again, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having
me. This has definitely been a pleasure, and you've brought a lot of great knowledge in here, and we both really wish you guys the best of luck on this. We want you see you guys really succeed here.
Thank you.
So for everyone who's been listening in, thank you once again for tuning in. It's been great, very informative. And, as always, you can follow us on our social media. Start off with, following us on Twitter.
So you can follow me at RealCAPT. Oh, my Lord. Real Captain Fizz.
Real CAPT Fizz.
Oh, wow.
Real Captain Fizz. You can follow this local fellow at that mask guy. Follow the show at Fizz Mask Show. Or better yet, go to our Facebook page You can look us up as Captain Fizz and the Masked Man, because someone, namely Captain Fizz, seems to forget that I'm more than just a man. I'm a guy.
Hey,
and
be
on
glad
there,
I didn't say a Muppet.
this is true. Every week we go off and we upload our episodes, so you can actually listen to them live, or in this case, it's going to be a recorded episode. If you guys want to interact with us, feel free to go off and leave some comments. We also post just a bunch of silly stuff on there, that, Facebook and whatever that we think is absolutely hilarious and want to share with you guys. So it's time for us to go. Thank you once again, Dan, for joining us.
Thanks.
And so in the meantime and in between time, good night, God bless, and may the force be with you.
And as always, stay frosty, my people. Good night.
Good night.